Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of the Quip and Convo segment. I'm looking forward to this time with my guests because we have been trying so much to find a time that works for both of us. You'll see her bio right after this and join me in the Quip and Convo segment to hear more from her. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Quip and Convo segment, Pastor Jumoke.
Thank you, Ma.
It's truly a pleasure to have you here. I had sent you a couple of quips to choose from. So which one did you choose?
I chose convert every failure into a stepping stone.
Okay.
That's probably my favorite one.
All right. So let's read it so that people can follow along with what you're going to be talking to us today about. Okay. So that's quip 28 in my first book, and it says, convert every failure into a stepping stone and avoid letting any of your successes become a stumbling block.
Yes.
Why is that your favorite?
Well, it's one of my favorite because I've had to experience like I would say a little failure, and a lot of people will go through the same thing and you'll be like, it's just one of those things because most times a failure or a setback is usually a stepping stone for you to probably move back. And I always look at it this way. Whenever I fail at something, I step back and think, oh, what have I done wrong? What didn't I do? Do I need to recalculate? Do I need to do this a different way?
Okay.
It just gives me an opportunity to step back and think, and reevaluate.
That's interesting. So it sounds like you have experience in this area.
I guess. I guess because things don't always work the way we want it to work, sometimes. So I've always looked at it like, those failures or setbacks could be something we can always, use to even move forward.
Yeah.
Because I always tell my kids, I'm like, failure is not the end of the world. In fact, failure makes you feel better sometimes. The attitude you show towards failure will help you for the next level of your life.
Nice. Very nicely put. Very nicely put. Do you have any personal stories you can share with us on how you implemented this?
Oh, yes. This was way back when I was actually younger, when I was in college. And my final year, I failed. And I couldn't graduate with my mates.
Yes.
And then in quotes, being a believer, and I'm the one that tell people that God can do it. God is good all the time. He will make you pass and succeed and things like that. Yes. And I failed. The first thing is I'll say I asked God why.
Yeah.
And I can tell you the truth, I didn't even get any answer. But when I stepped back, I told myself, if I prepared very well, and one extra mile, because I might not be the most intelligent student, so it means I have to probably go extra mile to be good at a particular thing. I looked inward and told myself I didn't prepare well. Yes, God will bless. It means I didn't do what others did. And if I'm not the smartest girl in class, then I have to go an extra mile. If I don't have to sleep for 3 days for me to do well in this exam, I don't have to, because I can compare myself with other people who are probably smarter than I am. So I looked back, I stepped back, and I told myself, I'm going to do extra. I'm going to study harder. I'm going to do more. I'm not going to blame anybody, but blame myself.
Yeah.
So it just helped me, look into the future that, I'm here to make it. I'm not going to blame anybody for the failure. I have to do better. So, which I did. I studied, with God on my side. Yes, I did all the extra work, and God always crown your efforts one way or the other.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And that's a great example, because exams are one of those things where you'll be like, but I tried, and then when you fail, and there's so many other aspects of life But, just looking at the quip, the second half of it is, saying that we shouldn't allow our successes become a stumbling block. How do you think that is possible? Has it happened to you?
Well, maybe I'll remember if it has happened to me, but from the way I actually understood the second half is sometimes in life we let our successes become a stumbling block because we dwell so much on the success and we refuse to move forward. We just stay comfortably on where we are instead of us to strive to be better or strive to see that, because there's always something better out there. So we should not just stay where we are. It's good to, I know God is the one who blesses, but we should always see, is there a better way for me to do this? I don't want to just say, like I always say, God is a God that has class. That's the way I put it, because I say God is not a mediocre. So when we do things, we have to put excellence. So God is a God of excellence. And I always refer to the book of Daniel. He did everything extraordinary. So I know apart from God blessing him, he went extra mile to be the best at what he does. So for him to be relevant in the time of 3 kings, he must have done something extra, not just saying, oh, I start King Ahasuerus, or I can't remember the name of the other king, and just like that. I believe he upgraded himself. So he's not allowing the success he has right now to just be a stumbling block to him moving forward.
Wow. Nice. Yes. Thank you. I really appreciate, how you talked about the 2 different dimensions of that quip and the examples you gave. As we wrap this up, what advice do you have to people who are going to watch this video this year, in 5 years' time? What advice do you have for them?
I'll say, I'll go back to the first one I talked about. My advice is that, convert every failure to a stepping stone. Never give up. Even if it looks as if it's not pulling through, try another method. And I'll give example. If you're trying to get a particular job, if that's what you really, really want, don't say I've applied 10 times, they're not taking me. Just keep applying. And every time you apply, add something to it. I always say the person who asks questions does not miss the way.
That's true.
Ask questions. So I will always start with never give up on your dreams, ask questions. And the other parts, the advice I'll give on the other part is that don't allow your success to become a stumbling block. Is don't ever stay on the level you are, because if God keeps getting better, you should get better. Because if you stay on your success where you are at a particular time, there is always room to be better. Don't just stay put. Don't just stay there. Try to be better, because if you stay there, then you're not moving forward. So you should aspire to move forward. You should aspire and always ask questions. You may never know.
Nice. Thank you. Before I let you go, I know you run a successful business. I'd like you to tell us about it, because I'd like to be able to share that information with viewers, because you never know who may be in your neck of the woods. So please tell us a bit about your business.
Okay, so I would say I started with a salon. I run a beauty salon here in the US. So, I have different stories, but I'll say a quick one. I went to beauty school. So I learned everything I could learn in beauty school. So I do everything when it comes to hair, nails, facial. But along the line, I began to tell myself, oh, I needed something more. So if somebody's not coming to do hair, they should do something. I've always loved food, and I went into food business. So right now I run the beauty salon, and I have a grocery store, and I have my own brands. And I'm like, I carry everybody's brand in my store. People should start carrying my brand too.
Nice.
In their store. 2 years ago, I started my brand, and I would say the biggest thing for me is the akara-pancake. If you've not tried it, you need to go try it. Okay. It's a savory pancake. It's a little bit spicy, but not hot spicy, but you will love it. It's just perfect. I have puff-puff, I have all kinds of things, but akara-pancake is the biggest deal. That's the one I always recommend everyone to try.
Okay.
Thank you.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get some pictures of, your brand, and we'll also include it as part of this video so people know and also your contact information so people know how to reach out to you, because you never know, somebody could be driving through and say, let me just pick up a few groceries and keep going.
Yes.
Well, thank you. And thank you for sharing that, because just listening to you, you just gave a live example of how you refused to stay where you were. You didn't let your success in the beauty salon be a stumbling block to your expansion.
Yes.
Thank you,
Ma.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, Ma.
You're welcome. God bless you.
Amen. Now you too, Ma. Have a good day, Ma.
You too. Thank you. Oh, wow. It was nice having Pastor Jumoke in the Quip Convo segment with me. And I like how she gave us examples of the two segments of the Quip. Her products sound interesting. As you would have noticed, there was some information about her products just before this. So please patronize her if you're in the area or you know someone who's in the area. Thanks again for joining me in this Quip Convo segment. I look forward to seeing you in future videos. Bye now.